Can you hear that? That sweet, serene sound. No drama. No more pain. No more misery. No more anguish. No more wanting a certain GM fired. Okay, I don't know about that one. And most satisfying of all, no more EDP 445. We can finally relax. We can sit back and laugh at the Colts. He's your problem now, boys. I wonder who the Eagles will be playing in their first game.
Shit. Let's go, bitch.
Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Big D. I like my new setup. Pretty sweet, huh? Trust me, it's not in its completed form yet. For starters, I need a better chair. But it'll all come in due time. I'm pretty excited. I'm also excited about the fact that football season is finally here. We got preseason out of the way, and now the regular season can commence. I was disappointed with how preseason progressed, and there were a few guys that stuck around and there were a few guys that were let go that we were none too pleased about, but it is what it is. Now, the real magic can happen. I'm pretty excited to see what Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni can do. Part of me doesn't want to get too excited because they could disappoint in the end. The other part of me just can't help but be excited, you know? I'm just going to say this right here and right now. Thank God we got rid of Carson Wentz when we did. Remember when everyone was laughing at the Eagles? I remember. We all do. I didn't really care about the return, considering the baggage and how awful he played last year. With all that, I felt we were lucky to get a second-round pick. I heard if he plays a certain percentage of snaps, that second rounder could turn into a first. But we shall see. Then there was the foot injury scare, and now he's under fire by the Colts and the media for not taking the vaccine. Now, I'm just going to say this right here, right now. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you'll know my exact stance on this. I think it's absolute bullshit, and I feel like players should not be forced, nobody should be forced to take something that they may or may not trust, but unfortunately, it's the NFL's rule and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I mean, you got Roger Goodell to thank for that, and there's also corporate sponsors. You can't forget to throw that in there. And the league could have the corporate backing from the companies that make these shots. So there's that. Now, what I don't understand is, if it's such a problem, if you got such an issue with them not taking it, then just let teams void the guaranteed money and some other incentives so they could cut him for no penalty and maybe save themselves a bunch of headaches. I don't know. It's just an idea. I'm just throwing it out there. I just think the whole thing is BS, but again, not a whole lot. There really ain't nothing you can do about it. I couldn't decide whether to agree with Carson and support his decision or clown him some more in a recent clip. And according to the comment section, why not both? I have very little to no respect for him after the stunt he pulled this past offseason. It turns out that after he was benched in favor of Jalen Hurts in that Packers game, he was already making the moves out. He was already making plans to leave. And he just made his plans under the cloak of darkness, and for that I have from that, he can just pretty much go fuck himself. Now, on to the important part of this vid. Eagles-Falcons in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. My boy Denz will be there. My boy 𝔡'𝔞𝔯𝔯𝔦 will be there. Shout out to him. Diehard Falcons fan. He thinks his Falcons are going to beat us. And I don't blame him. He's gotten plenty of evidence to support that. The Falcons may have less to improve this coming year. And he brings up an excellent point. When the two teams face off, the home team always wins. Last matchup, the last time we played them, they beat us. We played like absolute crap throughout most of the game, and then we came back and took the lead on them, only to give the lead right back in typical Eagles fashion. Complete with Jim Schwartz deciding it was a good idea to back the corners 15 yards off on 4th and 3. And then stone hands galore dropping in the pass that probably would have won us the game. Really? Spotlight? That's your fucking excuse? But we don't have to deal with those fucking buffoons any longer. That, as the great Brian Pillman would say, that was then. This is now. And that was the last time we played them in Atlanta. That was in Atlanta. Last time they played us in Philly, we won the last 3 matchups. Just like the last 3 matchups in Atlanta, they won. They beat us in Philly in 2012, and we beat them in Atlanta in 2009. I think we've only beaten them twice in Atlanta in the past 2 decades. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, 𝔡'𝔞𝔯𝔯𝔦 has some solid evidence to support his case. But I think the Eagles are winning that game. That's just me. Now, I'm going to give you possibilities on how the Eagles could win that game, but I could also give you some possibilities on how the Falcons could win. I could see the Falcons I don't know how skilled Matt Ryan is with the quick passes, but that could be a strategy. Now, keep in mind, it's a bit more difficult to tell because the Eagles have a completely different look on defense and a new look on offense. Though not as new as defense, but still. So, I would say as far as advantages, I'd say with quarterback, advantage Falcons, because Jalen Hurts still hasn't proven himself yet. I have all the confidence in the world in him, but I think Matt Ryan is more established, so I'm giving the quarterback advantage to the Falcons. Running back advantage, I don't know if Devontae Freeman's still there, but I would say it's advantage Eagles, because I think Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Kenneth Gainwell may be a bit too explosive. Wide receivers, I'd say advantage Eagles with Devontae Smith in there. 𝔡'𝔑𝔞𝔯𝔯𝔦 showing us what he can do. And the Falcons recently let go of Julio Jones. They traded him to Tennessee. So their main playmaker is Calvin Ridley. Though, I just think the Eagles have the advantage by a hair with Rieger and 𝔡'𝔑𝔞𝔯𝔯𝔦. And we got the rookie Devontae Smith. With the tight end, I'd say advantage Falcons because Kyle Pitts may be on something different. Yeah, I know I said that I give Matt Ryan the advantage over Jalen Hurts because, well, Jalen Hurts did play last year, so. And I'd say Matt Ryan still can play a solid game. Maybe not in the 4th quarter. And as tight end, the Eagles have Dallas Goedert, who could emerge into a megastar. You got Zach Ertz coming back. I do respect his decision. He did the right thing, even if it is a bit phony. But he did the right thing in the end. O-line, I'd say advantage Eagles. D-line, I'd say advantage Eagles again. Linebacker, I don't know. I think it's even. Corners, I'd say advantage Eagles, because I don't know who the Falcons have at corner anymore. Not entirely impressed. And safety, I think it's even again. And I think at the kicker and punter position, it's advantage Falcons. Now, I would say the key points is the Eagles had the Falcons beat on offensive and defensive line, and that could pay dividends. But like I said before, I don't know how good Matt Ryan is with the quick passes, but that could be a way the Falcons could. It could also be home field advantage, as I mentioned before. It could be I don't know who they're running. Maybe somebody in the running back position. Maybe somebody in the running back position. Maybe somebody in the receiver position could just emerge from complete nowhere. That could happen. Of course, that could always happen. They could probably go with those wheel routes. They could go with the slant routes on our corners. They could abuse us all game with Kyle Pitts. They could sit on the ball to keep our offense off the field, but we could also do the same thing for them. All I know is I think it's going to be a tightly contested battle, but I think the Eagles are going to edge them. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail because the video would be too long afterward. It's already longer than it should be because I rambled a bit longer about the previous topic than I should have. But any additional information, any additional thoughts, I will mention in subsequent live chats, whether it be my own, whether it be my boy Denz, aka Where Are You Hiding, whether it be 𝔡'𝔞𝔯𝔯𝔦. I think he told me the other night that he planned to have a live chat, so I will be on there and we can talk turkey. But all I gotta say is, I see my Eagles winning, but it's not going to be easy. I think they're going to win by a hair. I would say if the Eagles win, it'll be by a hair. It'll be by 10 points, and I think if the Falcons beat us, it'll be by 3 or 4 points. That's just me. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for viewing this Big D presentation, and fly Eagles fly, bitches. Woo! You have a good one.